right, everybody. This is Macintosh. This is going to be a quick update on the world that I'm working on, the Event Horizon Lounge. So at this point, it's progressing quite a lot. I've simplified the video player controls that's by the spawn. So when you're spawning in at the very least, you only need these basic controls: volume, sync, pause, and stop. The main controls are still located in the main DJ booth. But if you spawn in and you're really disturbed by the sound that you hear with the world audio, you can just simply look to your right and press stop or pause, either way, or just lower the volume completely. All right, so getting past the spawn, if you look immediately to the right, I've added the door, and all you have to do is just approach the door, click on it, and it'll take you straight to the Caldari quarters, just like so. Let me show you. Just like that. Hit click. And it takes you to the Caldari Merc quarters. Now, I had to remove the VR stage lighting in this particular room for a reason. That's because there was a bit of a conflict in regards to the priority of the audio linking, because the lights are audio linked, but then again, afterwards I had to remove the audio link from this particular room as well as the VR stage lighting, because the audio linking in the main lobby or the main lounge was being interfered. Like, it was actually syncing with the one being played here in this room instead of what's being played in the lounge, which kind of is conflicting, really. And so I couldn't really fix that, or I couldn't figure it out. I don't have enough skills or knowledge to understand it. And so I just decided to just remove the stage lighting and audio linking of this room for the time being until I start learning more. It'll just have to be like this. Let's see what else. At the meantime, though, this room has been repurposed into a quiet room. So if you're if you're bothered by the noise that you're hearing downstairs in the main lounge, or you just want to have some quiet time, you can just simply come up here. It's relatively quiet, and you get some personal mirrors. If you want to come back, all you have to do is just simply go to the other door that's over here, that's visible immediately from the spawn, and it'll take you right over here back into the spawn area of the lounge. And so, other than that, I didn't really add any more changes so far. I gotta work on the I gotta work on importing the Galente Merc quarters, as well as continuing to build up on the war room. The war room is coming along quite nicely, surprisingly, in such a short amount of time. But there was a bit of a hiatus that I took. I needed a break. One little interesting tidbit though, and this is something that kind of like threw me for a loop. I didn't realize it. So when you're going to the door, the Caldari quarters door, I completely forgot that for some reason, okay, this is supposed to be a box collider, and it was set as a trigger so that when you click on it, it'll teleport you to the room. But for some reason, it wasn't behaving as a proper collider. And so what happened was, this was happening. Just walk right through it. Respawn real quick. Yeah, apparently it was easy to pass through. So that kind of surprised me. And it kind of made me wonder how many people saw that up until now and just simply went right through it, not realizing they were falling into the infinite void. Ah, man. And so I had this funny idea. This is actually inspired by Luminescent Ledge. Luminescent Ledge is a world where, let me show you here real quick. Let me go to Luminescent Ledge, actually. It's a really popular world among furries, especially the Avali kind. Avali worlds. Where the hell are you? Okay, Luminescent Ledge. Let me make a private instance. Join. All right. I'll show you what I mean. Because this particular world, Luminescent Ledge, actually gave me an idea. This was put together by a team that also included Thorinair, if I remember correctly. And so what they did is they implemented a feature where I'll have to show you. But when I talked about it, when I asked about it in the Discord, the the members there explained to me that they were actually using a server, some like their own server that also that utilized an API system. And I'll explain a little bit in a moment. So let me just go. Oh yeah, it also has flying. So if I flap my wings, if you're in a volley, you can fly and glide. So just go to this bunker right over here. Just click on that. And go straight over here into the underground bunker. Oh, by the way, if you really want to feel nostalgic, just look at this. They programmed it to do this. All right. Let's see. Click on this. This is not my world, just so you know. Just to clarify. So you see this hole over here. This is the crystal chamber, and apparently you can jump right into that hole. And when you do climb, I mean, once you do fall into the hole, guess what happens? Let me zoom in over there so you can see. Number of fall accidents, 59,164. And apparently this counts falls across all instances, which surprised the hell out of me. And I was like thinking, how did they track that? Like, how were they able to keep track of all of the falls? So there's 59,164 falls. And I'm in a private instance. So if I just jump, I respawn. But let's go. Let me just fly over there real quick. I believe I can fly. And get back into the bunker. $59,165. It counted my fall. And so it's cumulative. It's counting all of the falls through the pipe over all of the instances throughout this whole time. And so I inquired about how they track that, and they say they use a server. I think it's like about €5 a month, or translated into 5.80 something or something like that in freedom dollars a month, which is not bad. I'm pretty sure they round that up to the nearest whole dollar though, so it might cost me maybe like $6 or $7 a month. But anyways, that's actually pretty neat. But I would have to. But one of them explained to me, and let me see if I can bring up the Discord real quick. I will just read it to you because let's see. Let me see. They explained it to me better. They said that I need to set up a whole web server of my own that has custom API through which I can increment a value and get a value. And so one of them further elaborated, saying that that one of their members made the FBI, like the API, but it can be done with a bit of PHP and SQL knowledge. And well, to be honest though, I don't have any knowledge of that though. I'm just a simple aircraft mechanic. I have dabbled a little bit in code when I was a kid, but that was XML back in the early 2000s for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, that's a long time ago, and that's pretty basic for me. But if it's anything like that, there might be hope for me. So I'm thinking of applying this mechanic to my world, so that I could keep track of how many people fell across all of the instances. And so I'm either going to have to create my own private server that I can host back in my home, or rent a server and then use that to keep track of all this. So, anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and as usual, fly safe.